So hello, welcome back to our edition of Let's 17 of Let's You center right in front of you with this magic hand, the master man talking to you. Okay, and uh, below the block will open behind this fake moon landing uh, picture of how Hollywood and Kubrick created this moon landing one for people's belief in the group was then in the beginning of the 70s when the people started to see it a successful thing. So for most of the people, it's not uh, they are not conscious of the slow uh, theory. This is 40 years, not before. It was before as well, Western countries. There was no already longer, but at level already in, but there were still a lot of questions for other models like all. So, and this is not so long as the system created it 500 years ago. Uh, and also there are stories about Greek mythology that there was already something like Pythagoras and other Greek guys who have been actually Freemasons, uh, who also were thinking about rather a flat plane as the Earth. When you think about the eons, the eras, now we have the time of the era of the pieces. Before it was the time, the era of the Aryans, time of the Jews. The shofar horn is a sign for this, and the pieces sign is the fish sign for the Christians. So it is quite possible that the time repeats itself, and that 2000 years ago they were maybe not in technology but in the spiritual experience at the same level. That's why you have this Jesus story from 2000 years ago. So all about 2130 years might be a new time. So here we are at the place where I want to talk to you today. We have two links. I think I will talk only this and this one tomorrow. Okay, at last we will have a song, but here I want to look at something. There's a link with to probably to a website. We will call home. Uh, it's about uh, 3 local communities. So this is the smallest possible district. That means a city, most likely a small city of 20 to 50,000 people only, and then the local area, the villages. Old style, like from the Middle Ages, uh, where then from the goods, the food was delivered into the market, and at the marketplace there was the exchange, the business going on, the manufacturers from the cities. And we have this website here, and I will show you this. The link is open already. Here on the desktop, and I hope it will show up properly. It should be like this. So this is reenactment of this district, and this is reenacted on old German law. That means on the still existing laws of the empire. And there's information in German language which you can also translate. I have to back that you can see the next part, but you can look it up yourself and translate for yourself what they are writing there. For foreigners, it's maybe not so easy to understand because it's more German law, but actually the whole thing, the whole system is very international. So this is for sure still there, it's good. This is for sure important to know, but it is especially for Germany because of the occupied situation of Germany. They put the Weimar Republic on top of the Kaiserreich, and then the Third Reich is the continuation of the Weimar Republic, but with the basis Adolf Hitler, and then divided communist East Germany and capitalist West Germany, and now we know that communism or socialism and capitalism are just 2 sides of one and the same Jewish medal. And so now we have the federation, Jewish federation I would call it, leading Germany towards the communist New World Order, and not only Germany but the whole Western and the whole world included. And so I would like to talk about this. The question is, what can we do about these things? First of all, people need to wake up. And so people will try to talk to many people, but we experience that many people are not open for this. Especially the people in the age of 60 who have in the Flower Power and 68 movement. These people are totally lost, most of them. And also the young generation, the 20 years old, just coming out of school. But I can assure you that with every day even more and more people will wake up, even worldwide, even with different qualities. I think the most qualities are the Western people more than uh, African, African or Asian people. Asian people are just being, so they would just follow if Asian people would just follow if there's a new movement going on which is successful. If it's not successful, they will not go with you or they will go against you even. But anyway, what I see about the aeon, the eras, the 2130 years period, it's always the same thing, 1000 years peacetime and 1000 years, about 1000 years time of war, yin yang system, the white and the black. And so this is now the dark time, but the dark is getting over now. And what I can see is since 2012, uh, I make this date on 2012. I'm not sure if this is really fixed to the Maya calendar, but in my opinion, if you look at the sun coming up at equator, the best place would be Singapore for internationals. Uh, it's always 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock evening. No difference in time at the equator. The equator, the center circle of the flat Earth, and so that means it's if the sun is up, it's nearly 6 o'clock, or in other words, 5 minutes before 12. What I see is I look into the direction of the sun. I call it also as when the sun is coming. You cannot see the sun yet, but you can see some light already, and you know the sun is coming. And this is something natural which cannot be prevented. Same as the sun will go down in 1000 years again. This is the process for this for the evolution of mankind, for sure. It's an ongoing system for at least thousands of years or many these eras, and so I can see the sun coming up. Just look into this direction. Look into the east, and yeah, you have to be still careful about the darkness because it is still dark. And those people who do not want to turn around, and this is what I say in the first word, which you can see here, umkehr. It's also what Jesus the Son is saying. Turn around, look at me, look into my direction. Then you will see I'm coming. And so the sun is coming back, and you only need to wait. It's just about 1 hour, or 1 hour could be in the whole day period, 24 hours, about 2130 years. It's not exactly 1 to 10 the relation, but it still needs about 1 hour to that you can say now is daytime. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is 6 o'clock already. I think 6 o'clock the sun is visible. Yeah, it's coming. The sun is popping in. Not coming up, but popping in. If you understand the flat Earth, and so this is not preventable, and that means the darkness will go away automatically. So if you think, oh, so many people they don't want to know, and they ignore this and they laugh about this and they call you conspiracy theorist and so on. Just don't care about this, and just care yourself. Watch out for yourself, because the system still, the next system still has a lot of things to do, because they want as many as souls into the underworld, into the hell. Yeah? And so if you want to go to heaven, to the new world, not new world order, but new world, the peacetime, the 1000 years, which is coming in the next century, they will probably also start with a new counting. If you want to experience this, probably as reborn, because it's still a long time to go, then you have to really turn around. And don't care what the others do and what the others think. So you can even keep quiet about all your own things, because you know that when you don't talk about it, you can still go on. But the thing is, turn around means also turn away from all evil things. And there are so many things that you think are evil, but they are. This is regarding to your job. You're earning money. If you see guilt in the money system, then, and you know that the money, Big Apple, New York, is the apple, like the Apple logo from this company, and that means Satan. Then you have to already money is from Satan. It's full of Satan, and so you have to turn away this as well. And you will have to do this anyway and come with a chip in a couple of years. I guess 5 to 7 years. So that's why to adjust yourself. So the knowledge is not enough alone. You really have to show deeds, you know. And in my case, I already stepped out. Uh, Actually, was like this already, let's say 20 years ago. But it was step by step, and also was not easy. But when I look back now, I did everything right. Even, you know, my family didn't like it, you know, the friends left, and so on. It doesn't matter. Because now I look back and I say, that's the right thing. Even now, still, we are still in the darkness. There are many people who would just laugh about it and think, oh, this guy is just stupid or whatever or crazy. But it doesn't matter. Just go on, do it your way. If you know that it's right, do the things that you think is right. And if you realize more, if you have more consciousness, then adjust to this. Turning around is the only way to save your soul from being eaten by Satan. Because Satan is created by Almighty God, or in other words, the Creator. I like to use the that makes very clear who is God. And, God could be Satan, because Satan is the ruler of this world. And Satan is the ruler of this world regarding to this area of Lucifer, the fallen angel, the servant of God, who do not obey really the rules of God. That means then the natural rules. And there's only one way. This is the complete way, and there's no exception. And when Lucifer is trying to make an exception, he will fail, and he is always failing. Always tries in you, but this time he will fail at this already. But he will have his benefit, or his the wrong word. Yeah, his benefit from this in the system, because I think, you know, Satan, Lucifer, whatever, Ariman, however you call it, is created by God. And I think even though many that the devil is the adversary, so against God, I don't think it's really against. It's accepted because otherwise it's finished this off by the natural law, and it is also finishing off at the time when the sun is coming. It's automatically, but until it is still dark, it will still work. But you can see already. You can see already, because the light is coming, the consciousness is getting greater. So, and that's why it will fail again. It has to fail, of course, because everything unnatural will always fail. And that's why this is another thing, you have to become natural more. And I said as well. But with the time, it will come automatically. So they will join and go the right way. Even though I also believe at the moment that maybe 144,000 and millions of others will just go to so-called heaven. The majority might not make it. And this is then the food for Satan. So this is accepted. Maybe this is food for the next 1,000. Satan needs to survive in this system to come back again in 1,000 years and to start the story again for the next generation of human souls. That's what I can imagine that this is the case. That this is the system. So anyway, now it's upon you to turn yourself around or to just go the convenient way. I think this is the most problem of the human mind, to be so convenient and want to make everything the easy. The easy way is the mountain, going the mountain down, not up. When you go down, it says very clearly, I'm going down. So then you know where you are going to. If you don't do this, you will vanish. You will vanish for sure. Yeah. And I don't mean just, you will be killed or you die and you have, you know, become sick. You know what, the white, uh, not the white horse, the pale horse. Uh, the bringing the sickness through the viruses and so on. All these things that we imagine now. Uh, this is not. This can apply to everybody. So if you are being killed, also for the reason that you stand on the right side, just look at the Jesus story. It doesn't mean that you really lost the race. This is only actually you are saved in this moment, and you are taken away from this life, and then you will be told by Archangel Michael that you might have done the right thing, and your way is free to go to heaven. And then this is uh, what you have to be out for. So I don't know why I put this link there in between, but it is about the free. What is this? Free district, and then you get some more knowledge about Germany. Colors of the flag is black, red, and yellow. That's not German color. That's not German color, even though it's used in Germany, and now many Germans think that this is the national color. But it is a flag of Jewish, Yiddish, uh, Freemasonry, of course, um, but liberal movement from the 19th century. And actually they used the flag the other way around, yellow, red and black. Yeah. So now you might know already that also the colors have meanings, especially in Freemasonry. Black means or stands for bad. We call also the Christian Democratic Union this leading party in Germany. We call the CDU the blacks, the black, yeah, the blacks, yeah, but not referring to the Africans. It's just the blacks, like the black robes of the priests or something. But actually, these politicians have nothing to do, or not much to do with this. But I see black for the Vatican also. But Vatican has many colors. You can also take black and red for evil color. But actually, Vatican likes to use yellow and purple and white, of course. But I think it's for this, and Vatican means house of snake, house of the snake. And you know from this apple story, the tree of knowledge, that the snake is Satan. This is the house of Vatican. And so when you know this, then you know everything already. But think about all the millions of, or billions actually, of believers, Catholic. They, I think they are going nuts when they hear this, that this is actually not really Christian. This is the house of Satan. Yeah, because Satan took over all religions, or actually created all religions. I think it's coming from Freemasonry. So they got all these people, this sheeple under their whatever, you know. So this is on the top, and then red stands for, yeah, the working slaves. You could also say communism, but actually it's their blood. It stands for the blood of the people. Uh, we also used to say for the working slaves, blood and sweat 100 years ago. So it's about blood. It's a blood sacrifice that is, of course, for Satan, the feast for Satan, and Satan still wants to eat, for sure. So Satan is trying to make the Third World War happening, but maybe it will not happen anymore. I guess so. That this is maybe not possible, but we will see. And so the blood is very fluence, which means life. So it's our lives. And then the gold, yellow. Gold means money. Gold is the real money, silver and other precious metal as well. And this gold, that means money. And everything flows down. That means from black to red to yellow. So the Vatican is on top, squeezing the working slaves, squeezing out the blood, and the blood becomes gold because the workforce, and so they make money out of this. Into the lap of Judah, or you can say Judas Iscariot, the one who has told about bad things about Jesus. Yeah, and then I have this link to the song, but I will play this in the end because I use the working slave. Most of the workers would not accept this because they think slave is slavery like in Roman Empire or in Egypt. but in reality, this might not even have happened like this. But if you read slave in the Bible, it's even it has a good meaning actually, because it means servant. You're serving somebody, so this can be a good thing. It doesn't mean to be too bad, but for sure you're not free as a slave, and you have obligations, and that's why if you understand the real meaning of slave, yeah, of course, those who have to go to work are working slaves, for sure. But the slavery, even increases, and you can feel this when you have to do these things like 8 hours working or even more. In Asia, it's 12 hours, and, and then you are tired, maybe, especially in Western countries. After work, you come home and you don't want to do anything anymore, only sleeping or just in front of the TV. This is exactly why people cannot wake up. So in this song, in German language, is saying, "You are just a slave. Don't realize this. You are just a slave." And this song, if you would look at the song title, then you can search for the lyrics, and the lyrics you can translate. That's quite interesting. This is a punk rock band, which is actually leftist, but this song is very good. It absolutely says the truth about this. So, and what I said before, this is written here: socialism and capitalism are two sides of one and the same Yiddish medal. The Jews as the managers of this satanic system, and I don't mean only Khazarian Jews or Sephardic Jews who are more ethnically Jews, seen as ethnically Jews, but I mean especially the Freemason Jews. So every Freemason is a Jew, because they make the oath to Elohim, and that means Jewish. Yeah. But as it is written in the Bible, uh, in John's Revelation, these are the so-called false Jews. They are not real Jews, and their Elohim is for sure Satan. So then this EU, I call it now EU SSR. Just think about it. When the Soviet Union collapsed, is it not a coincidence that the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, but at the same time in 1992, the Treaty of Maastricht, they created this EU that we have nowadays, and then other countries joined. 2004, then Eastern Europe, and now when this European Parliament, commissioners, and of course the flag with the 12 stars, the tribe of Israel. Blue color stands for power. Then it's very clear with commissioners like in the Soviet. That's actually the extension of the Soviet, from the Soviet Union taking the whole of Europe. And that's what my teacher also said before: the socialism will win without even touching the capitalism. They will just go around. Something like this, he said. And I didn't understand what it means, but uh, now we can see this all. The people didn't realize that all political parties, Christian Democrats or Democrats, they're actually communists. Yeah? Just look at the leaders and their background. There's no real conservative I don't see this really, or they are just being removed, or they don't come up anymore. So that's why we have this EU SSR. That's a fact. But the EU is just like a club, like an organization only, because it has also something. Yeah, they can call it constitution, club constitution, but it is, not like what we think about a state or something, but they call it like a state, and they can make laws and whatever. So they even make laws, crazy laws, of course, and all the countries have to accept this. Anyway, you have to look at this deeper yourself, this EU fakery, and this EU SSR is nothing else than a Yiddish club. And you even have the Jewish EU as a JEU. You can look it up, where even David Beckham is honorary member of this. That means he is also a Freemason. It's a sign for this. Of course, he has to, otherwise he would not uh, be successful and make a lot of money. So the football players, football is brand games. They are also, of course, involved in this. And all the people in the national team are involved in this. So this is, yeah, also like a company. I cannot exactly say. You have to look it up if this is a registered company, but I think it is, or at least the European Parliament, and have the member states who are companies as well, registered companies. They are just you know member of this, and when you are a member, that's not a state. It's not a European state like the United States. When you have only members, I don't see it as a state. And even this as a figure of yearly corruption of 100 billion euro per year. You have to think about it. So much corruption. When we talk about other countries or Ukraine, that's nothing to the EU. This is the official corruption. This number is even coming from EU itself. So that means actually the number should be probably 10 times higher. So, and they are, of course, also involved in this UNO, no, not depopulation, but change of population, exchange of population uh, towards the Euromed. That means the European Mediterranean Union. That means we have the EU and the Mediterranean countries, especially Northern Africa and uh, the Near Eastern countries. Um, so I don't know. I don't know for what reason they have to bring this together. I think they make like bridges for to combine these super states like NAFTA and European Union, Asian Union, African Union, and so on. There's also some connection in between, so that actually you have a link between uh, EU and African Union. An example with the Mediterranean Union, Euromed, so-called Euromed, and even the Asian Union. And of course, Israel is included, and so it can become easily the capital, Jerusalem. So they increase the territory, and of course it's also about energy, as I heard about the solar energy, but another issue. But something very interesting I found out today is, actually I heard it yesterday. No, this day in the morning. I had already information that in this newspaper Welt, that means the world, you know, it is widely of the system. They stated, I think last year, that in 2014, 0.9 million people so this newspaper said that in 2014, 0.9 million people, 900,000 people left Germany, and 1.4, remember the so-called refugee crisis was 1 year later. So that means it was before. Already nearly a million people left. And it's not Germans for sure, but most of them, I'm pretty sure, are Germans. They go to other countries, better live in other countries. Um, Many of these people are actually receiving a pension, and they think this is not good anymore. It's if I have to go make my best holiday, so we go to these different countries. And there are also foreigners for sure, because you have also, the foreign guest worker, Turkish and Greek people, Spanish people, Yugoslav people, Portuguese, Italian people, and others who also receive a pension, and they say, I want to go home. They have family members still there. Yeah? So I in my country, and now I don't need to work anymore. I go home. Also, they realize that things are changing, even in 2014. But now, today, I got another number. I don't know from where is the source, but the one who told this, he is quite reliable source, if not the most reliable. It still would need to be checked, but because of the first number, which is from official side, and you can never believe statistics, but in this case, I think it is very likely. He said that the number has now increased to 1.5 million. He said German leaving the country. I would say not only Germans, but mostly Germans. And let's just be 1 million Germans. To have around 500,000 uh, other foreigners. Um, Still, if you have every year 1 million Germans leaving, and I even think we have only 35, 40 million ethnically Germans or bio-Germans or Deutsch people. That means also no Polish background and so on. Uh, but nowadays you have to be happy when somebody has a European background. So that means starting from Turkish people, all countries who are more like Asian or African. Uh, so you would already accept 10 million Polish people better than from other nations. But anyway, if you take away 1 million per year, this is now after this visible influx of fake refugees, then it would be, in 10 years you have 10 million less. And even you would say, because now the official number is 10 million foreigners, registered foreigners, I don't think is the case. It's at least 20 million, so it would be 6 million European people. I would more say European people still there, which is still a big number. And 60 million, it's still a long time, but if it would go on like this, you have for sure in 60 years, 50, 60 years, you have no more European people. I'm talking about German people, but European people who come from European countries, uh, who have ancestors generations before in European countries. That means also Spanish people, even South Italian people, Napolitanian people who are actually more Arabic already. Uh, so there would be none left anymore. People would be living like this. So that means you only take the half, 30 years. It's already, yeah, then it would be already a minority. But I think the real numbers are different, and it looks like the Wooten plan is already nearly done. Maybe they still come with another wave after the election, because I'm sure in September people will flock to the election, and they will even have um, a good number of good percentage of people who are going for election, maybe more than 70%, because many people still have the hope of the new system party, the alternative for Germany, that they will make a change, but this you can forget about. And they will really, I think then they will do really something bad. But I cannot predict this because I'm not in these plans. So anyway, this is what I wanted to talk to you today. It's only a little bit what I was talking, but still I could talk a lot. And tomorrow, don't forget this link. I have to open the link for you. Tomorrow I will talk about this. This has to do also with the next step of what I was talking just in the last moment, because of the law which they probably will do in November, when after the election, because when they are in power, things, and in 4 years we do a lot of things to damage the country completely. Uh, so they already have a plan. We do this after the election. The families joining together, which is already now the case actually. But they probably make it an official law, or it's actually more like an order, because they actually are not allowed to make any laws because they are all, that's illegal. But as long as the people vote for this, they have their. So, and I will talk about this tomorrow, and I think then I will play of somebody who has commented my previous video to promote this one, because their next link is more about religion, more Christian religion. So I will use this link for the next thing after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, where I really talk about religious issues, but in a believer. Critical, and watch this video as well. This is then video number 15. When you look at the numbers in the description, and wait, this is video number 15. Video number 17 it is then, and number 19 here in the video. So this is, yeah, it's getting very interesting when I look at all what I talk about. Very interesting, even though these are my own words. Usually I don't like to read my own words, and this is quite from more than a year ago, but still a lot of interesting information. And I really like to talk about it, and of course, to get more information to this. Only a Slave. We want to listen to this song. We will see how it will open. It will open on the website. So we will go to this one, and as soon as the YouTube link, I will then remove this software in order to make sure hanging that you can see some, especially here something, but title, so you can read it in the blog. Just open it in the blog. It's coming. Software might be still up.
Morgen 5 Uhr früh, Wecker klingelt grell. Good morning, just lange. Regel. Auf geht's ins Büro und so viel. Dein Chef grüßen, stehst du auf, lächeln bis zum Fahr. Frau und deine Kinder warten schon zu auf dich. Geht, doch das stört dich nicht, denn du bist. Sei wer du bist, warum bist du nicht dein? Das kann nicht denn hier und der. Wasser kommt können, Wasser. Du spürst die Ketten nicht. Deswegen ins Gesicht. Da bist du hell. Moderne Sklaverei. Moderne Sklaverei. Moderne Sklaverei. Moderne Sklaverei.
What's the song? That means third choice, own slave, but just a slave. And he also called it, this is really from 20 years ago, no? The song. They called modern slavery. Monday morning, you wake, and then you have to, and so it's interesting also because that's really good. So I close this. Yeah, that's it for today. and I see you tomorrow. Have a nice day out there.